Hello everyone and welcome back to the third round of bingo. Today we've got another exciting match lined up for you, bringing two monolithic teams together to find out who will be today's bingo champion. Our first team exposes the bug in the matrix that only occurs when you have an American and an Australian in the same room. It's Unhandled Exception featuring Daft7 and Miku_DS. And going against them today is the team who is ready to rapidly dig their way to victory. It's BunDig featuring Yomsa and Vane. And in the commentators box today we have the duo that just got a job at the Guillotine Factory. We'll be heading there tomorrow. It's Shovelclaws and Vyomi.
I like that intro. Welcome to round 3 of Bingo Game 1. This game's gonna be fun. BunDig, Unhandled Exceptions, two goofy teams. I'm joined by my best friend in the Jet Set Radio Future community, little known fact. Ryomi, what's up?
Hello. What's up, Shovel? How you doing, buddy?
I'm excited for this match. I don't know if it'll be the most competitive bingo, but you know it'll be good fun. It'll be enjoyable either way. I'm sure we'll have some fun, some good bingo.
Yeah, this book is really good. Let's put it on the stream.
Yeah, we've been taking a peek at the board while you know, the OBS was on fire. Don't worry about it. This board's gonna be really interesting. I think this game one's gonna be some real good bingo.
Alrighty.
And the card is revealed to all the competitors. Ryomi, what's your read on this board? Give me the lowdown.
The first thing I see is the bottom left, top right with 4 defaults and dark side. 1 in center structure and sewers. What else do we have here? Row 4.
Notably, yeah, I mean, I think
defaults,
there's a ton of bingo potential on this. Some really fast souls, 11 defaults on this board, 13 Kogane and 14 points in Benton. I think this is going to be really interesting. Also, a ton of 3 really powerful graffitis in Bottom Point, Shibuya, and RDH, and then SCPP, which no one will want to do, but that's okay. So I think this game is going to be shaping up to be real interesting. I think Benton is super powerful. You want to get out to Benton first, and then probably someone into Kogane as well, pick up all those points. But
I'm interested to see how Daft and I'm interested to see how Miku and Daft adapt to this board, because this board is actually like really kind of Yamza favored. Like, she's really good at it in every level. So I wanna see how they react to that.
Alright. Oh, our teams are gonna be off. Ryomi figured out his one job, Sag. And they're out of here. A little bit of extra time to look at the board. That's okay.
Going dark side, as per usual.
Yamza into Shibuya. This was not what I was expecting.
Yeah, Vane going dark side, like I said earlier, right, Shovel?
You did, in fact, say that earlier. Actually, you know what? There's one angle on this board where I think Shibuya is strong, and that is the row 5 to try to bait out the SDPP graffiti. But that makes you go into right canal. I think that loses so many points in Kogane that I don't know if it's worth it.
Daft skipped center square. I don't know how important that's going to be later on, but
yeah, you did say Vane goes to Dark Wall Ride, gets that center square before we were live. Turns out Ryomi is always correct.
I can see into the future, I just know things.
Miku picking up entrance pillar and then off into it looks highway 0. I think that's pretty reasonable. If Miku marks directly under entrance, it'll be interesting to see if Vane tries to contest to grind 15, or maybe Miku doesn't even really go or no. Left alley under tall neon sign is also on this board. So it looks like Vane and Miku Vane and Daft, my fault, are gonna try to race it out in Highway 0. Gonna see how that goes. while Miku plays it up in RDH. Then
Yeah, grabbing
Yamza
red
to
here
it.
super early is actually pretty good. Good square to
Yeah,
grab.
definitely agree. I think Yamza into sewers here might put a kind of stop to some of the plans they had, but it looks like Yamza's already doing sewers climb, getting center structure, so maybe that gives Miku a chance to catch up some. I don't know if Miku commits all the way to top of RDH. That feels interesting to me. But Vane's gonna get grind 15, and all of a sudden that column 2 is a problem. It looks like Daft went for left alley and gives up that soul. So this could be something to.
Miku's in a good
put
spot
out.
though because he's unlocking tricks right now.
True.
So the column 2 is fine.
Column
But
2
they
is
do
fine.
have to worry about the row 3.
Yeah, that's true. I think
And Yamza's in bottom point right now, so they were probably trying to set that up.
yeah, definitely. I think bottom point graffiti isn't too bad anyways, because you can
Yeah.
maybe try to pick up some of the souls. Did Yamza? I imagine Yamza grabbed tape. I imagine she has that foresight. But Vayne and Daft gonna get out of Highway 0 about even as well. Daft a little bit behind maybe, but
Did Daft snipe anything?
I don't think they sniped anything. I think Vayne literally just went in for grind 15 in order to get that column 2 set up, but fortunately Miku was on it already. But Miku into bottom point might be able to actually snipe some of these souls away if he doesn't commit to the graffiti route.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's not, which I think is actually pretty important for Unhandled Exception here, as they kind of win out on some of the early game, I think. Good recognition to block that column 2 preemptively before it's even a problem, and then Miku gonna steal some of these souls away. I think that's actually pretty important if he can.
Our Daft going into Sky Dino. Vayne, what else is over here? Floating Pink, I don't know about that one, but
I think Floating Pink is pretty unvaluable right now. But Miku picks up Tricks 50 as Yamza about halfway through the graffiti route now. So that's really important, I think. Really a good read on Miku's part there to just immediately go for the souls there.
nice little 2 points from Daft here. That's gonna happen in a couple seconds if the boost right. Daft. Here we go.
That's my go.
Let's go. All right, nice
Yeah.
2 points from Daft.
Dav clearing out Sky Dino. I think that's pretty good too. While Vayne is off in pink half pipes land. Does Vayne not know the auto map, Sedge? Or is there something else in SCPP that's worth it?
BRC players, I swear.
Okay, don't let me with him. Come on.
EXE has the column 1 that they can attempt for. Miku's in FRZ right now, so they're probably trying to set that up.
I
And they
like
have,
that.
They're kind of near to get those if Yamza doesn't grab Sewers Air 4.
Yeah, if Yamza is kind of trying to put out fires before they even really start, I think she grabs the quick Air 4. I think that graffiti puts them in a like half decent spot. Miku falling. Oh, saves it.
I don't really think that bottom point spray was well to commit this early.
Oh no, Miku. Oh no, Yams is going to
about
FRP.
like one more chance to get this.
Yeah. That's gonna be close. Oh, but Vayne gets Center of Dark anyways, because he is closer out of 99th.
Hey, it's fine. EXE still has column 5 with SD, PP Graffiti, and Sewer Special, so...
Miku, no!
Oh my
god. Okay,
All right,
that's fine.
one more chance.
Wow.
One more opportunity.
Daft about to die in SDPP, not again.
Will
Thank
Miku
God.
capture it and seize the moment?
This is gonna be close now. If Yamza snipes this, that is kind of tragic, actually. Because that's so Oh my god! It looks
Alright,
like
let's go, Miku.
Miku grabs it, Yamza gets out ahead of him, but it's real close now, and I think they just raced to Sewers Air 4, but Yamza probably gets a head out of that, so maybe Miku makes the read that she gets out ahead and gets onto it. This is
Honestly,
this is interesting so far.
I mean, I guess you can go Chill Air 4 and block it, but STPP graffiti and Sewer special in the same row, like, no. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that column 5's a kind of wild play. This is honestly half what I was expecting from this board. With so many, like, really strong bingo opportunities, this is a game where it's all about trying to stop your opponent's bingo opportunities and not really capitalize on your own. You can try, but it's more than likely getting blocked, like we saw like a million times in this game. I think this is the point where I think graffiti gets really important, and Daft being sniped to these Chuo souls is going to be really, really unfortunate. Miku out of garage, though. Oh no. Well, if they both
Vayne
commit to right canal and Vayne gets sniped to this, which it's looking like he will be, then actually this is pretty good from them, I think. If Vayne doesn't get this, that's really unfortunate.
They are close.
He just committed all the way to it. This is so close. Daft, don't pick up the cans! Oh my god! Let's go, Daft. That's crazy. And then Miku's getting started on Shibuya Graffiti, and Daft's in a good spot to try to help close it out. I wonder if
right now.
Yeah, I'm curious if Yamza attempts to make the read that they do Shibuya together, because Miku hasn't marked anything in what, like, ever since FRZ. If Yamza is assuming a graffiti race, I think that's kind of short-sighted because of who she's playing against. I don't think Miku or Daft take her in a 1v1.
I think they're gonna co-op Shibuya right now.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna. I think. Yep, yeah, Daft opening up the map. Classic.
I just cannot take Noise Tank's model serious. It's so goofy.
So true. Vayne out of garage, though, he might actually be able to capitalize on them doing the co-op by getting enough points in other areas to make this co-op just not worth it.
Yeah. Is Vayne gonna start 99 special?
I think if he's well, we've seen in matches before Vayne have issues with Trick 65 and STPP. So maybe he does special just to avoid that happening again. Yeah, it looks like he is. I think that, I don't know, both of those are kind of long. I think it's a hard call to make. I think either are probably fine. I think if you're smart, you do STPP first and try to get some pre-spray going before, you know, the co-op graffiti is super, super important. But I don't know, this Shibuya route for co-op is taking kind of long, honestly. Miku hasn't marked in 4 minutes, and Daft hasn't in 2.
Well, Yama's gonna end up getting RDH graffiti, so that's gonna be 3 points, and after that they just need...
Oh, they're knocking into each other, oh my god. I want to hear the comms of this. With this co-op Shibuya. I need to hear what they're saying to each other. Miku, you're kicking my ass! I can't do a good Daft impression, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think this Shibuya co-op was a good play.
I think it would have been if they managed to do
it. There's not really much they can go off of.
I think
no one's been marking anything but Vayne.
True, yeah. I think this actually comes down to them deciding to do co-op Shibuya and taking probably about as long as it would for just one person, because now they have a pretty substantial disadvantage to a lot of the important points squares. You can't just... BunDig can win with all 3 of the remaining points, and they are ahead to all 3 instead of just doing STPP graffiti. Oh, but Yamza's leaving to what? Actually, no. That's they
I'm
win
going
either
to
way.
lose my mind if Miku and Daft co-op STPP tricks. If Miku can get up there, you know.
Oh my God, they are both.
I think Miku
What is
and Daft
happening?
are both having movement issues. What the?
They actually might have had some communication issues too, because it looked like they wanted to do like 3 different things in that movement. That was special. Yeah, Vayne getting the head
versus
start in
Miku right now, man. Oh no.
Oh my God, this really was an unhandled exception, man. Sorry, that was a bad joke.
Comes in Vayne gonna co-op tricks.
I mean, Vayne grabbed tape, but Vayne's also just doing the Death Warp 2 tricks, so...
Oh, okay, so
Oh,
she's
yeah.
gonna spray then.
Maybe? Oh, I remember. Vayne likes this unlock because it's less difficult. Doing the funny.
I mean, is that not faster than doing it normally?
It is not faster. I think it's a bit slower, but it's a lot safer. I think.
Oh, so it's a pussy strat.
Basically.
Yeah,
But,
they are
yeah.
STPP graffiti. Okay.
Oh no. I mean,
And Meek
this
is going
is...
for Sewer Special or Air 4?
He has to go for Air 4 because that's his only win condition. That's the only win condition for Unhandled Exception is getting one of the remaining points, and I don't know how you do it. This is a tough position to be in. I think with like imperfect vision, you don't know if they're co-oping yet, and with the only win condition getting one of the getting one of the points on the board is you know, it's a hard call to make. You have to kind of read whatever BunDig is doing. So I don't.
Miku. All right, Miku needs to get out of here and help Daft like now.
Yeah, they're.
Pray that Vayne forgets where the last spray is again for 2 minutes.
This is gonna be a rough one to win, but I mean, honestly, I was not expecting it to go this close on this board.
Yeah.
I thought someone would get like a really strong early game lead and then convert it really well into the mid and late game. Because the early game just had so much chaos and like fast points, so many fast points. So this going this close, I think either one reflects that this matchup is actually pretty close, or it reflects that some of the early game decisions by, in all likelihood, BunDig were a bit miscalled. But whether or not one case or the other is, you know, I'm not really sure. I don't have this go for that.
I mean, it's fine. They're probably gonna win this graffiti anyways and close out the game.
They definitely do. So
Unless Miku like sprays everything in 1 second. Who knows? Anything can happen on emulator.
Miku has to get world record in every graffiti or jet graffiti in order to clutch this game up.
I feel like them like staying in Shibuya as long as they did like costed them the game.
100% agreed. That Shibuya call was probably just because they were both in the area.
They just did it for too long. Like they didn't
I don't know.
have a setup.
I think what they were really worried about was Yamza doing Shibuya spray, and then all of a sudden their win condition is, you know, done. It's gone. It's not really possible anymore. Which is a fair concern to have, but if you're gonna co-op Shibuya, you have to have a really well thought out plan to do it. It's not a level that is super, like, immediately obvious how to co-op, I think, for a lot of players. So it's just one of those kind of inexperienced things, I think, where it's like, we've never done co-op Shibuya, how the hell do we do this, Riku?
Yeah, that sounds like Daft. Do that again.
Hey, let's go. I'm honored to have a good Daft impression. It's also kind of scary because I don't know what that means for like my character, but you know, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I think EXE actually made a lot of really good calls this game. They kind of identified a lot of BunDig's plans and put a stop to them really early before they ever even really became problems, and that gave them actually a lot of dominance on the board. It's just, you know, one or two bad calls can end a bingo game, especially in matches like this where you're going against what I think is a very strong strategic team in BunDig. So like them going toe-to-toe basically with the strategy, except for like a few misplays, I think is actually a really good sign for maybe what this set will be. We'll see after board 2, but I think this was a good showing that Unhandled Exception is not just a meme team.
Yeah.
The garage movement aside.
Vane's having a moment, by the way.
Oh no.
Bro paused it like 10 times looking for sprays.
Oh no.
Maybe EXE can come back from this.
This is how EXE can still win. 10 sprays
Even though
behind.
BunDig only needs 4 sprays left, so...
I haven't been super paying attention to BunDig's graffiti route because I've been watching our resident freaks. They're playing Noise Tanks. He didn't get the L that was under that, did he?
They're both on observatory. I think these are the last sprays right here.
I see. So
Yams is just like, I got it, man. I got it. Oh wow, she didn't do that crazy jump.
What the hell? Losing the moral victory, no swag jump, Sedge.
I don't think I've ever seen Yamza not do that fast, crazy jump. Alright, this is the last spray right here. She doesn't have cans.
Oh no.
This is how EXE can still win. She can't get the cans.
Look, they just need to game over a few times and then do the observatory climb again. But yeah, I mean, I think that was actually a much closer game 1 than I thought it would be, and so I'm excited to see game 2 as they mark out SDPP graffiti. They take that one. Oh, you know what?
That was a really good game.
If Vane got right canal, this game would have been much different actually.
Yeah.
God, the final board state is like it's so weird. Like I feel like Unhandled Exception, this is the like they have so many graffiti threats that are stopped by 1 square. Right Canal is really holding the weight of the world on its shoulders. So is Bottom Point Tricks. Fucking so many weird bingos that were stopped by 1 thing. But looks like we have board number 2, very balanced, looking at the point distribution so far.
This is a Ekla board. Highway 0 graffiti with the default. What else do we have? And directly under entrance as well. And Soda.
Soda Race.
Highway 0 is stacked. I'm pretty sure Vane's gonna go Highway 0 first square.
I think Highway 0 is pretty reasonable. FRZ is the only other graffiti here, so it's kind of dangerous if you get baited into that.
Top left, bottom right is not bad at all. Chill grind 10 with top of bus, and then 3 defaults in dark side. They're all kind of close to each other.
I feel like
and column 3 as well.
This is gonna be a weird one. This board feels probably BunDig favored just because of the balance of it, because they very rarely double up from the games I've seen them play, because they don't want to be sniped to things, which makes a lot of sense. If you're gonna go 2 people in an area and get sniped to stuff, that's really dangerous.
I really hope someone goes on top of bus this game.
If someone can hit bus jump, that'd be hype. I actually think Chuo is very strong here. Air 4, Grind 10, Right Canal, and south of Hayashi all on the board. I actually think it's pretty reasonable to just gun for Chuo. And then probably send 1 Chuo, 1 Highway 0, I feel like is pretty strong opening plays. Unfortunately, Kogane stuff is all kind of
we
long.
got FRZ Graffiti too.
Yeah, there's FRZ Graffiti, and the only real fast thing here are the 2 bottom points, are the Air 4 and bottom point, not terrible, with Catwalk near Cube, can do that pretty decently fast. And then Platform and Buff Cops, which I think is a pretty bad opening play, but our players...
I am definitely going to be hawking top left, bottom right, and bottom left, top right. Those are really good.
Yeah.
Right, let's see Vayne go dark side.
So true. He's going dark side. Yamza
like,
into Shibuya.
Top of
It looks like
Buster,
Daft
Yamza
is
probably?
into Kogane. Nope, turning around to go to Benton. Sure. Not really sure. Not really
Let's
sure
go, Yamza.
what happened there, but it's fine.
Mm,
Daft moved again. Sag.
I love
And
it.
Miku is off to Chuo after being beaten to top of bus.
Did
If
he
I was
go for
Miku
it?
here, it looked like he got on the rail to go for it, but I guess it's probably just faster to just, you know, perfect shuffle off the rail, which is fair.
Daft versus Vayne again in dark side.
I guess we'll see. Yamza does have enough cans for a boost, so she will probably get to tape first. Miku does have a bit of stream delay, but
That one went for
this is gonna be
Southpaw,
close.
That's actually a good play. Not going for it.
Yeah, it's probably higher priority to get the
The
tape. and then-
diagonal. I think they're going for the diagonal. BunDig.
Very reasonable. We'll see if Chuo Air 4 goes to
Let's go.
Miku. Let's go. That is a close snipe. And then looks like also going for Grind 10 and Right Canal, while Yamza, after
Vayne
getting
is
sniped,
getting
makes
destroyed
sense.
in Highway 0.
Oh no. It looks like Yamza. Oh, Yamza's also committing to Grind 10. Maybe she thinks that she sniped him back.
Oh no.
Oh, Vayne, what's happening? Friend. Pal. Buddy. No. Miku gets Right Canal. And will likely also get Grind 10 here. While Daft is kind of running away with the Highway
It's
0
like
fight.
really close. Yamza's committing? Oh my gosh.
Yamza did commit and gets beaten for it. Turns around instantly. And is
Wow.
out. And oh boy, this early game looks real bad for BunDig, actually. They're
Is
gonna have
Daft
to
doing
find some
graffiti?
counterplay real fast. It did look like Daft was doing graffiti. I saw it, the movement he was doing. Yep, 10 tags.
Alright, Vayne's doing the graffiti as well, but Daft has like a major lead. So
Yeah.
this is
Oh
This is
boy, this
pretty
is brutal, actually, because BunDig has lost out on both of their early game plays, and Miku's stream is dead? Oh, he might be in ads. Right, I forget that, you know, Streamlink does that. Got you, okay. But yeah, Daft gonna win out on Highway 0 graffiti. I mean, at
Insane.
worst, Vayne gets some consolation in the souls, but it's
I'm excited
not a
to get
whole
popped.
lot when, you know, he's spent so much time in Highway 0, and Daft's actually just gonna get out ahead, too. Wait, Daft is missing a tag. Oh no.
there's literally no way.
Oh no. There's no shot Vayne beats him to this.
Oh, he didn't get the medium up here. He's good. He
Oh,
got it.
okay. It's so fine.
Daft still has the lead out of Highway 0.
That's brutal. Vayne committed
Let's
to the
go,
full
Daft.
and is getting real punished for it. That's rough. Yeah, so BunDig needs to find really fast counterplay, and it needs to be, like, now. Because if they don't have good calls here to make, then they will suffer pretty bad after after they get some more points on the board. Unhandled Exception.
Yams is in RDH about to grab that default. Then after that, probably bottom point.
I think that's a reasonable play. It looks like Daft is off to Sky Dino. And Miku is cleaning up some of the Shibuya stuff, getting Hikage tricks. I don't know if I love that play. I think it's more important probably to be in Kogane at this point, while, you know, you win out on Shibuya. I don't think you have to overcommit to Shibuya right now. But maybe he thinks he's still in a race, maybe not. Did Vayne go also in Sky Dino? And that's gonna be rough. Vayne and Daft are going at it. They are...
And Daft still has the lead.
Mortal enemies.
And they're both going for the same soul first. Daft, what are you doing? There you go. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, and all of a sudden
the column 4.
The column 4 is real scary. Kibo Air 4, committing to that would be a nightmare. If you get baited into that, then that might actually just be game. It kind of depends on how they play it afterwards, but if Miku's in Dogen... Oh my god.
Yeah.
I do not think Dogen is the play here. Kogane is so much more important.
What's in Dogen? Special and Tricks?
Special and Tricks. They're both, like, fine, I guess. Tricks is fast, but Special is not. I think this is some bad priority from Miku, and Daft is fallen. He fell right
with Daft literally doesn't know where Vayne is.
That's true. Vayne hasn't marked a square, really. Well, Vayne marked Highway 0. No, I actually think you make the assumption that you snipe you snipe Vayne to Highway 0 graffiti, because Vayne marked something in Highway 0. He marked directly under entrance. He actually marked both souls, both defaults. So I think Daft actually has good information here to know that he beat Vayne to Highway 0. I don't know if after Highway 0 he probably, doesn't know.
They also have the row 3 set up as well.
Row 3 is more realistic. You know what, actually, there is an angle for Dogen tricks being important here. It's the row 5, or column 5. Yeah. But I don't think you do that yet. But I guess now Vayne's location is known. He marked Dark Wall Ride.
No way he's going for Jazz.
Miku doesn't have cans. He's gonna get trapped in a lap.
Oh no. Well, I guess he can grab Special as well, so...
I guess. Maybe he was just committing to a lap, but I think this is a bad play. I think the lap is very bad. Yeah, if he wants Dogen Special, he has to do a lap. I just think a lap is... At this point in the game, you've already given Yamza such a head start in Kogane that maybe I guess you're just trying to make it up. That, she's so far ahead that, you just don't even try to contest. But I think it's probably important to still try, especially if you have tape in Dogen. I think you just, come back to it later. He also didn't even unlock Special. What the hell?
Gosh, Miku.
Oh my god. Okay, so Miku just got trapped in a lap for nothing. That's okay. This gives BunDig a huge opportunity to get back into the game, actually. Because
Soda
Race. Why are you doing Soda Race? They're double Kogane now. This is actually really, really strong for BunDig. They have tied it up after Yamza's plays in Kogane. I think this mid-game was really rough from EXE. I think, not going Kogane was a very bad call when there are so many more points in Kogane that you have to get out to it. And then with Yamza and Kibo...
What a Soda Race, by the way. You can always count on Daft for bringing entertainment.
So true. Yeah. And like Daft's being so far away from where all the points are too is so rough. I know you're going for the column 3, but Miku's so far away from Kogane and Yamza's in Kogane already.
He's
and
gonna
you know
start
that.
FRZ.
It looks like Vane's also starting FRZ. Yep, sure is. So, graffiti race between Miku and Vane, but honestly, I think BunDig just co-ops it after Yamza's done in Kibo.
Oh,
so
gotta love that bus hitbox. Hits you when you're not even near it.
I love Highway Zero.
Yamza was just in the best spot to block both bingos. That's super rough.
Yeah, I mean, I think focusing on those bingos was probably what ended up. If this game is lost by Unhandled Exception, that's what ended up costing them their lead from the early game, and eventually, you know, the game if it goes that way. I just realized that the match counter on the stream is not displaying. It's 1-0 for BunDig. But that's we go.
Unfortunate.
The lights were out. We had to screw in the light bulb. It's fine.
And now Yams is gonna come in to help.
Yep.
And that's all the way in Narnia, so.
This is actually their win condition, just doing this graffiti after all the Kogane points just go freely to them. Like, that was really well played from BunDig, knowing exactly what the priorities are there, and then capitalizing off of it after you see Miku still committed to Shibuya. You can do some of the quick Kogane points, get your lead back. It's tied up after that very bad early game. It is tied up for BunDig now. So that was really well played from them, just getting back into this game.
Yeah, I will still say EXE had the better early game though.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
100%.
pretty tough to do against this team. So, congrats.
Yeah, I think the early game snipes were very important in solidifying that lead, but you know, lead kind of dissipated. That is sad. But we'll see who wins this FRZ graffiti race. Imagine the co-op will be helpful.
And Vane got Maze. Let's see if they can catch up just from that.
Oh no, not the maze. Miku's doing this route interestingly, but if it works, it works, I guess.
There's
Man,
no part in the universe of Dap doing Maze like the first thing.
Yeah, once Staff does the bottom half, I think you oh no, Miku forever. After Daft does the bottom half, I think you actually just try to get out to scrape up the extra points, because that will end up mattering quite a lot. But I think this actually just goes to BunDig now. All you have is what is it, 6 maze sprays?
Oh, okay, he still got it. What the heck? This is a route indeed. I've never seen someone fall like that and still get it. Here's how EXE can still win.
Oh yeah, it's the tape sprays, and then they got it.
Rip, Miku fell again.
No?
Yeah, it's over. Rip.
Yeah, all they need is 1 point.
Jumped off. Miku jumped off, bro. Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I think Miku is dead too.
FRZ graffiti goes to BunDig.
And I think that's actually just gonna be game. They have Kibo tape. They can just really easily stall launch, get special, and then that's game. Yep, Yamza into Kibo. And this is unstoppable, unfortunately, even if they hit like the Daruma warp.
Nah, Yams gonna miss stall launch 10 times, and Miku's gonna hit Daruma warp and still this square away. And then Daft's gonna get everything else. GG's. That's how it will go down.
You're right. I should have thought about that. Well, I think
Here's the
Vane's
first
just getting out of
knowledge base from
RDH to
Yamza.
do.
Never mind, she got a first
Wow.
try edge.
Goodness. Miku doesn't even go for Daruma Warp? Come on.
Pitiful.
Pitiful. I'm really interested to hear some of the reasoning behind some of these mid-game calls from EXE, actually. I did the thing again where I meant to write notes down during the game to ask after the game, and then I didn't do that. So this is about to be a fantastic interview. Don't worry about it.
Yo, also Dav's gonna snipe Vayne again.
Yo,
They're like
fuckers.
equal right now. Let's see if the
Dav getting the
game's
last punch
fancy
in for
jump.
the fans.
No fancy jump. Vayne has the lead now.
Oh my god. Dav's throwing such.
I mean, you can't really tell because of the stream delay, but Vayne, oh
and
my
We're
god.
back. Oh no, he picked up the soul!
Daft.
Oh no,
He
don't
did
go
the
this
long route.
way!
It's over. It's over.
What the hell, man? Daft. Yeah,
Alright,
there it is.
GG's.
There's Kibo. And then Vayne beats Daft to RDH special, I think. Oh, never mind. He did a phospho.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's a Ryomi moment right there.
Let's go, Daft!
Let's not talk about it.
Well, that was a clean-ish 2-0 from BunDig. The early game in game 2 was kind of rough, but you know, otherwise that was pretty clean from BunDig. I wonder if they're gonna finish this one out. I mean, Jazz Race is on the board. I feel like you kind of have to finish this one out. I feel like it's only fair for the fans.
Those were close games. Close to 0.
That was a close 2-0, Ryomi. You're right.
Let's go. Yeah, I just think they didn't commit to the bingo hard enough, honestly.
I actually have never disagreed with you more in my life.
Hey, man. I feel like that column 4 would have been, like, more realistic to go for.
I think,
Where was Miku when Yamza marked that?
Kibo
Yeah,
Air
Air 4.
4? I think he was doing FRZ.
Oh, no, he was in Dogen.
Was he? He probably
He
sure
was
was.
in Dogen.
Yeah, I think
Alright, never mind.
he's not committing to Kogane and you know, Daft staying in Benton when there are other priorities on the board. I know, you know, the character races commits to the bingo, but I think this is a clear example in my mind that sometimes raw points can just beat out bingo threats. Because it really just came down to the Kogane squares, I think, being so much more valuable, and Yamza just being completely uncontested. I know it's Yamza, but you gotta go against her sometimes if you want to win.
Was it this game that Miku was typing? Or was it the last game?
This was the game where both Daft and Miku sniped the shit out of Yamza and Vayne, and the mid game they played was just better. And Vayne and Yamza picked up Dogen Special for the fans. But you know what? It's fine. Daft's gonna pick up Jazz, so Unhandled Exception wins the moral victory. But that was a cool co-op. Dogen is so co-opable. It's honestly pretty hype. And then Miku's in another Dogen lap. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good
picked
game.
it up earlier.
Man, if he picked it up
Jeez.
earlier, this game would have been so much closer. But yeah, that was fun. I that was close to 0, you know? I'm surprised it was as close as it was actually, but I think it was just some of the shot calling was shaky, and that was really it. I don't know. I can hardly remember game 1 being so real.
I don't even remember the last 2 minutes. What happened? Who won?
Come on. Right. The first game was the Shibuya co-op incident.
Do players want to pull up? Let's go.
Hello, Miku and Daft and Yamza and Vane. Congrats to BunDig for winning that match. That was a close 2-0.
Oh man, once again, that was pretty fun.
Game 2 was really fucking good.
Game 2 was a game.
The beginning of it all. I mean,
yeah, I don't want to talk about it, man.
Yeah. So BunDig kind of got sniped out to basically everything they were going for in the early game. In Game 2, how'd that make you feel, BunDig?
I think, did we both go for top of bus, and then we both ignored South of Hayashi?
I don't remember if Miku went for top of bus, but he ignored Hayashi.
Mm-hmm.
If he ignored top of bus, then that would make sense.
I did ignore top of bus because I had this feeling that I could not contest you on a lot of squares, so I decided to swallow my pride and just go for the ones that I definitely knew I could commit to.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You know what? That actually
turn blue thing for Chua Air. Like, I was shocked.
Sad.
Yeah, it was really close. Miku had stream delay, so it didn't look as close, but that square was super close. And then committing to Chuo grind and Right of Canal, I'm interested to what your thought process there was, Yamza.
I don't know. I'm good at the game. I have a 130. Let's see what happens.
So true.
Yeah, Miku went right canal and still grabbed grind 10 before you even got there. That was.
I think it was just south of Hayashi. Like, if Yamza doesn't go for south of Hayashi there, she gets grind 10.
Well, I got it after I got sniped Terror 4.
Yeah, which I think makes sense. I was kind of surprised to see you turn around for it after south of Hayashi to try to get grind 10 right of Canal, because I thought you would just try to get out of Chuo out to Kogane first. But I think it's fair to go for it anyways. Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
But it actually brings me to my next question about game 2. I'm really curious about some of your mid game calls, Unhandled Exception, because Miku, you decided to stay in the Shibuya area. Was that more of just like trying to swallow your pride, not contest Yamza to anything, or did you have a strategy there?
Yeah, so I'm pretty good at Shibuya, so I was like, all right, and I just get the tags that I'm sort of, that I know that I can commit to, and then I probably won't get sniped to. I did have a little oopsie here and there, but I feel like I did. And then I saw the column 5 setup with and I needed to get rid of Dogen tricks, so that's why I kind of wanted to stay in the Shibuya area to basically get that off. And then sort of after that, I kind of just adjusted to the board to see what we needed.
That's fair. I feel like we talked about it some during that game, but I think not contesting the Kogane stuff was interesting from our perspective, because a lot of the Kogane stuff Yamza kind of just got without any real trouble, and that gave them a ton of points, and that kind of gave them an angle back into the game too, because you guys had a pretty dominant early game. Was that like a fear of yours when you stayed committed in the Shibuya area, or was that like you didn't realize until it was over type thing?
I wasn't really focusing too much. I was just sort of focusing on just try and get like as many squares as I can, and then sort of think about it later. It's the whole other, we vibe approach.
Fuck it, we vibe. I respect that. But yeah, and then shifting to game 1. Do we want to talk about the Shibuya co-op that you guys did, or?
Yeah, sure.
Why?
Okay. Rio, I'm nice now, me, everyone.
Well, you can say it, Dav. Why we why we doubled up on Shibuya graffiti.
It was messy. I mean, I don't think it said it until about that point that I realized there were 4 graffiti on the board. I'm like, okay, I guess we need something. We're both over here. I mean, yeah, fuck, good on them for making us go to Skyscraper to try and clinch. And I mean, yeah, that doesn't ever go well. So, no, we needed a graffiti, and it was. I think they could. I think they could, play off of that and gain an advantage.
For sure.
Because they're like, oh, they're going to take the easy. We already have 1 or 2 at that point. We're going to let them take the easy one, and then they're kind of fucked at this point. And so, yeah, I mean, again, we needed one, and we just went for that one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yamza was spraying RDH at that time, and Vayne was. I think Vayne got beaten to something in Shibuya, but then got out to yeah, I think he got beat to some of the Chuo stuff. The right canal is what Daft marked before Vayne got out of Shibuya.
I marked Air 4 and I was gonna go for right canal, and then Daft marked it like right.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, you beat him to that. That was the type.
You beat me to a lot of.
But that's another one where it worked out for you, because I mean you got an easier release than I do, so yeah.
Yeah, I felt like Air 4 was more the priority. I was just gonna okay, I'm gonna go for Air 4 because that sets up for something. I think it was, I don't remember exactly, but I know it was higher
It's hard
priority.
to remember board states.
I did
And
canal
then-
first because I'm like, nobody's gonna do canal first here, and I was right. But yeah, you had an easier release.
But then Vayne got out to 99th stuff, and you guys were both committed to Shibuya at that point, which allowed Vayne to just get enough points to where all they really needed was STPP spray, while you guys needed STPP spray and everything else on the board, which they had such a big lead to STPP that you couldn't really contest. I think Miku got sent off to sewers to clean up Air 4, and then was super late getting back in.
Yeah, that was another good move on their part, because that's like, okay, we got to force one of them to do sewers climb and one to do skyscraper graffiti or start the route, and I can't do either. So good push there. I just waved Miku off. I'm like, I know we need one in graffiti, so I mean, just grab that. I guess it might have been better off if I had done that or gone for 100-meter room even at that point, but.
Yeah,
it's just you get what you're dealt with. That is kind of how we approach it. We just okay,
we vibe. I respect that. I am curious. Last thing is Miku, when you were going for sewer air, did you kind of assume they were doing STPP co-op, or did you think you were like they were trying to like cut off your win condition before STPP was even in the picture?
Yeah, I think so. We needed a square and a graffiti to win anyway. I think.
Yeah.
So Daf basically was like, we kind of need this square, so go grab that, and then we sort of kind of already thought we like lost with like how like we were sort of in a disadvantage, but it was sort of like, all right, we'll get the square and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, that's our position to play.
As we move into late game, keep it close. That way we're within striking distance. But good on them, because both of those late games for us fucking sucked. And so you got skyscraper graffiti in game 1, and the other one was we either get 4 squares or we get FRZ in a tag. And it's like, I mean, yeah, maybe I could have gotten 2, and maybe we had a shot at did they co-op FRZ graffiti?
They did, yeah.
Maybe we went off that, but that's just a hard thing to do.
The real issue, I think, is Vayne and Miku, I think, entered around the same time. I think Miku had a small advantage into FRZ. Or no, I think Vayne had a small advantage into FRZ. And
then Yamza, and it didn't fucking matter. Yeah,
exactly. And you were all the way out in Highway 0, which is like a 2.5-minute trek, which is mighty long and mighty out of the way.
Good on Yam for leaving the one Kibo was what, Seshal? Yeah, fuck you, Yam. Way to leave that one. The late games again you gave us just it's not much to work with.
Dabs, I was waiting on you to get like 10 frame boosts.
Yeah.
To catch up.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Yams? I'm sorry.
Like, why did you go to Soda after Skydino?
Vayne was in 99th, and I figured he might just get an easy square with Jazz, so I knew we needed like 1 or 2 plus it was after I collected Soda. I think at that point it was FRZ plus 4 squares. We need either the 4 squares or FRZ plus 1. So yeah, we just needed 1 at least to feed into that. that's why I did. Yeah, character unlocks are slow as shit, but we needed at least one more to help us feed into that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we go up FRZ, but then I guess at that point it would be 2 out of 5, I think, to win. So yeah, that could have worked out better. But,
yeah, I mean, you guys still played very well against BunDig. So.
Yeah, I feel good.
Games.
We played well. It's
good.
wait, you good on you because the strategy you had. Those late games were terrible.
Yeah, I think really it was very even executionally, or execution-wise probably is the more correct way to say that. But some of the mid and late game calls from BunDig ended up kind of curbing that early game advantage that you got in game 2, and then I can't even remember early game round 1. I'm not gonna lie, but. Yeah, I mean, I think that was a really good showcase. That this matchup, I came into this matchup thinking BunDig's gonna kind of run away with this, and you guys showed us that actually you guys are a kind of competent threat.
Yeah,
we made them fight for their food at least.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
Okay, like-
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like, not to not put Miku on the throne because he's a king as well, but we were playing the game and then Daft was just marking square after square. Like, he was literally Michael Jordan on the bingo board. He's just marking everything.
I told Miku both games, I'm like, I don't want to go to Benton. They're gonna expect me to go to Benton, but that's just where I belong. that's just where I have to go to make a difference. And yeah.
Daft's likes getting crunk and Benton. I like it.
Okay, honey, it's time to go to Benton again.
I wanted to try and snipe Daft to Benton stuff because we were pretty sure that that was just gonna be kind of your hometown. Kind of the opposite happened.
That's what you get.
That's funny.
Very true.
But yeah, I think that's all I was really curious about. I like hearing strategy. Yay. But I think
I think board control still aided them because I mean for us it was we didn't give up a bingo. So I mean I was like
True.
we get the easy squares, we deny bingos, and we're in decent shape, but not quite enough, but feeling good. Yeah.
I was actually expecting that first game to have some bingo because everything on it that first board was such a good bingo board because everything just lines up perfectly to make these really scary columns and diagonals. And then there were no bingos.
The good thing was we didn't have to, and we didn't deliberately. Again, just kind of falls into place sometimes when you're grabbing easy squares. It's like, okay, cool, no bingos for them. Fuck them. There we go. Thank you. I'm sure. I'm good.
Well,
games all around. GG's.
Yeah, and then I believe our next match is Rollerblades versus Unwantables Thursday at 4:45 p.m. EST. I'm scared. That's it.
Yep, that'll be a good one.
I think so too, Yums. We'll try our best. But yeah, otherwise, thank you for joining Bingo. Hell yeah.